This is outrageous. I love it. Well done. Well done, Lindsay. Hats off to you and all your planning. Unbelievable job. A lot of hard work. A lot of hard work. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming together to enjoy this memorable day. On behalf of John, Lindsay, and both their families and the entire wedding party, we thank you from the bottom of our heart for coming. I know a lot of us have traveled from across many miles. I came from California, as did the Matron of Honor. We have people from Montreal, other parts of other countries, so a lot of people have come to share the special moment with them and taken significant time out of their busy schedule to come here. So at the rehearsal dinner, a lot of people asked who didn't know me how John and I met. Well, it started about 30 years ago, 30 plus years ago. See, I grew up in this neighborhood right around the corner from the Riminellis. There's a lot of brothers in the Riminelli family, 4 of them to be precise. See, I wasn't always 6'2", 230. I was a little scrawny kid. I was the one that was last picked on football teams, basketball teams, and for a reason, no doubt about it. However, there became a time, I'd get hip checked into the locker or what have you. John may or may not have been one of those, but around the time that I turned 13, 14, 15, it started to change. John, not so much. I grew to 6'2", 230, and I became an asset to him. And so, many moons we've traveled from going to college. He lived in South Carolina, I moved to California. We got really close when we came back to Michigan, to the point that it was a daily occurrence that I would come home from work, John would be at my house, already in my house, and quite frankly, in my recliner, snoring. So it was a very hard breakup when I left to go to California 5 years ago. Quickly though, after that, Lindsay shows up, and the first few times Lindsay met me wasn't the greatest experiences for her, as I was pretty much passed out on the couch for the first few times. And so one morning I woke up to her saying, "Yo dude, there's a bed upstairs, right?" I'm like, "Yes, I know." The next morning I hear high heels upstairs on these wood floors, and I'm like, I'm the killer. What is this? Johnny, what's going on? Who is this and why is she here? Jeff, I'm gonna marry her. I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. And so anyhow, I go back to California, I get a call from John, we're coming out to visit you. I said, all right, Lindsay's coming with me, and I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm not real sure we're on the same page, but great. Pick him up from the airport, come home, John sees the exact recliner he would sleep in for years. And he went right there, right to the recliner, within 5 minutes, sawed out snoring. And Lindsay and I, there was an awkward moment, looked at each other and were like, whoa, what do we do? What do? You break a bottle of wine open, you go up to the rooftop deck, you break bread, we have a hell of a night. I mean, all night we were up talking, catching up. John wakes up the next morning, realizes Lindsay and I are now allies. He's in trouble. Now it's a 2 against 1 situation. From there on out, Lindsay and I have grown into the most amazing relationship that I can think of. I could not be happier for the both of you guys. There are a few pieces of words that I have for you guys. Not that I'm married or have ever been married, but I've done this a couple of times. But, first thing is patience. And Lord knows, over the last week that I've been in town, my patience has been tested. I can only imagine, Lindsay, you are a saint for what you put up with. And keep those patience in check, because that's really important as you go through life together. We heard it earlier, it's about communication, right? Not always is it going to be easy. We're different people. You guys are different people, but you have to communicate effectively. Soft words, John. Everyone's soft words. And then compromise. You guys need to compromise in life. Everyone who's married in here understands you have your own agendas, but you guys compromise together and you come to a solution. And most of all, I want to tell you to keep it simple. We live very, very hectic lives, and you got to take time to step aside for the 2 of you guys, peel back the onion, forget about everything else, shut it back, grab that picnic basket, go out, have a little picnic with the two of you guys, forget about the outside world. Make sure you guys do that. If you guys focus on you two, you guys are going to be great. But with that, please raise your glass to one of my best friends, now my new best friend, Linzie. God bless you in happiness in 4 times. May God look over you guys and be great role models for the little Rimonellis that you guys are soon to produce. God